Boink, welcome back to another video, welcome back to another show, welcome back to Arknight. We're gonna be doing some story mode, we're gonna be doing the event, we're gonna try to get to the event because it's been a while since we did it. We did it before yesterday. We have a new day, right? So the date changing is always a good thing. Congrats to Sweetheart 1. Oh, damn. Damn. I wanna check out which characters I have to heal up. Give me a sec. I'm just gonna charge my phone. We're watching a great movie. We're watching Brad Pitt. Really fucking good movie. Okay. 6, 7. Done. 6. Yeah, I'm missing this one. This one I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it today. 6, 7. 7. 7, 7, 6. No. No. We're only doing the one I need. Okay. Buy everything. I get some of that trust. Because you never know. Perfect 300. Perfect even 300, which is great.
This is the place.
Good.
Resources received.
What's up? You bored? I got some fun things we could do. But don't blame me if you end up dead.
Lithium. I have to make sure that I use the one I can. They're all mine. Okay, friend, we'll give something away. There you go. Make sure that we have some for when we play.
I'm always here for you, Doctor.
There you go, easy peasy. Good. What is that? One. Underflow. Defender. Replace it. We want to replace Blitz. Let's replace Blitz. With these. There's some good stuff in here. There's some great stuff in there. Okay, let's go. We have a story off. Beacon deployment. Beacon.
Understood.
Why can't everyone try to get along?
Okay.
Down you go.
So many sea monsters. It's possible to deal with them all at once. I'll come help. No, wait. There's nowhere for me to stand. Drop a shell that go to excessive capacity. Ooh.
Freeze.
Aha. Energy. Pay attention to the battlefield. When that seaborn died, its carapace was fit with tile it was on. Now its skin should be avoiding that path. The excess carapace will transform into a piece. It's good to know, but you have to understand, like... What?
I'm listening to it, I don't know.
It's so cool. Let us see you, monster swarm. Make sure you use our ally unit deploy on high ground tile adjacent to what away button can charge it. The more players surrounding the beacon, the faster it can charge. But there aren't any high ground tile around this beacon.
Take aim.
You're gonna have to make one. They'll push you to make one. Carapace prevent undead as within area. To create a descending carapace for a high ground player to deploy on.
There you are.
So it doesn't matter what we use, as long as we use something, right?
Ready to heal. Take aim.
Once I will be fully charged, slow down the movement speed of all enemies within range. Predator now deal burn damage to them with their attack too. Incredible. Now use the waterway beacon to wipe out the rest of the sea one. See the water damage? Wow. Very good. Easy peasy.
Here I am. Mission accomplished.
It is accomplished.
Looking after everyone's health is my greatest motivation.
One. BP2. Familiar and those whom I have not seen for a while. Okay. Should I add enemy? This is the one I'm supposed to have, right? Secunda. No one has been in here the whole time. Affirmative. No sign that the little ND logs have been altered either. Excuse me, how do I review these records? Grant repair the permission. Yes, ma'am. Very nice. Secunda took a device from her belt and danced her pen across the surface, leaving trade like a labyrinth of seaweed. What's your perfect at doing? She scribbles whenever she's drinking. Say it helps her organize her thoughts, the habit she had ever since she was a researcher. No one else can decipher what she's writing or drawing, not even that's clear. She's the only one who can parse it. Books are arranged by thickness, shall decorate by size, and data download by time. Seaweed cream to prevent dry skin, and it is because millennium is approaching the coast. There's enough to last 3 years. An ordinary Azure woman, cautious, timid, even, matches the data from the Institute of Inland Planning. Those hydroponic tanks. What are these boxes for? Why put them in the wall if they're empty? Yes, the hydroponic box may provide a lead. Scan all equipment in the room related to plant cultivation. Yes, ma'am. Also pull whatever you can from Tulia file. Education, employment, hobby, anything that might be relevant. She probably worked at the Institute of Ecological Art with a focus on the cultivation of endangered seaweed. To quote straight from the IEA file, the artist has carefully cultivated these deep seaweed to weave a dynamic, ever-evolving portrait of life as they grow. Those hydroponic boxes where Tulia belonging, images of the artwork are also available. How beautiful. They look like they've been left empty for quite some time. Under the file, she joined the waterway program after a reassignment. She wouldn't have abandoned her old life for no reason. True, a disappearance may very well be related to a career change. How's that scan coming? Nothing unusual with the cultivation equipment, but we found an operating log in the integrated terminal. Two days before she went missing, she downloaded some data from the beacon tower control center and made a backup. We were unable to locate the file itself though. Try to backtrack or step contact the control center and check the data from their download log. If she was still going to work before she disappeared, couldn't her friend or colleague know something? Perhaps. A situation or a social relationship with a person who made the report. Arrange the questioning. Jordy. Then I can help you with Jordy. I have so many questions I don't know where to start. This or a metal tree? Do I just ask a legend or ancient tree acting as repository of knowledge? But I've never seen anything like this. The coral ship integrates terminal in the combination of centuries of idea, knowledge, and culture. Everything we think, though, create, appreciate, and even the question we have yet to answer, they're all here, is the art of the Sophon Theatrum. And what is the Sophon Theatrum exactly? Conceived and established by Marchus, the great scholar of anthropology and prehistoric civilization, is a public facility that has a profound impact on the nation. Aside from a mutually supporting atoll city cluster above sea level, the modular city network and the trenches, most of our city have unique forms and design. Yet even so, nearly all of them have chosen to adopt March's design and establish their own Sophon theater. Look around you. This is a place for people to think, doubt, and debate, eventually coming to an understanding, making a decision, a coliseum of wits, if you will. I like that. The most complex equation, the most ancient drawing, the most beautiful song, and the most well-traveled roads. We're all born here. I believe this is exactly what Marchus himself wanted. I don't know who's Marchus. You kept mentioning this Marchus. What kind of man was he? Simply listen to all of his contributions to idea would take an entire day. Perhaps more, but I do happen to have some insight onto his personality. Oh, you knew him? No. He lived more than 2 centuries ago. He'd been gone for Asia from long before I was born. But a profession like to speak of his eccentricity. It was unmatched and theoretical and deductive reasoning. Yet it was always reluctant to draw a conclusion. Which is why he built the Sophanturum. We need a place where we could engage in actual discourse, both with ourselves and with others. I wouldn't say I'm up for debate, but I do have a question. Should I ask you myself or the terminal? A little Andy. The achievement of this discussion must give way to a greater showdown. What do you mean? They're holding a tribunal, and it once concerned the 3 of those you arrive with. The abysmal hunter. Oh hey, that our land-bound friend I spy? Oh, he looks worried about us. Wave. He won't see you from that far away. Others are looking this way though. Others are looking this way though. This tribunal has drawn more attention than expected. We always have, and now they even have the lovely story of return from the dead. I can tell that Bispo Hunter are in the spotlight now. Tribunal will be our final checkup, yes? I think they're getting tiresome. Consider it our warm welcome. It's funny because the hunter needs to keep a low profile. He must act. It's weird because we don't see Amir a lot We all find ourselves with a delicate situation. Indeed, this time we're not merely meditating between the land and the sea, two vastly different civilizations. Following the tribunal, I will formally address your council to foster cooperation between land and sea. For now, you'll need to assist Gladiat independently, Doctor. The situation remains uncertain for both the city and ourselves. Does the matter become more difficult if I am placed at the center of attention? So I should play by here? Yes, but be careful. I prefer not to have to change our objective in the middle of negotiating with the council. The Cottage sure used a lot of big words, didn't she? Does she ever get straight to the point? Our dear Dr. Cottage thinks too much about too many things, and not nearly enough about how to convey that she cares. One should agree that the more direct ideas style communication is better, Doctor. There's a reason. No way, Shark and I will protect you. Say, where's Captain Gladia? Imagine she'll show up with Council Clementia. After all, she's the only one who will be taking the stand today. She looks amazing. Excuse me, are you Laurentina? I know I'd find you here, advisor. The environmental supply sample test results are out. We need to take a look and see if we need another round of genetic testing. Oh! Don't give me! Okay, perfect. Okay. Give me a sec. Sorry, I didn't see your message. You're super occupied by the Abyssal Hunter Tribunal. You used to work at the Abyssal Hunter Lab, right? I did not talk about it. But yes, I was researching gene splicing method that would provide a safer and more effective way to perform the Hunter modification. But you didn't like the program. It's not about disliking it. It is a fail to produce results. But all the sacrifices we made. And what matters now is that we're alive. That's the other. I have to be there, if only for them. Were you too close? Nah, I only touched you. If only she thought so too. Magister Avitas, may I sit here? Of course, Cassia, be careful though. Recovery from embryo separation surgery takes time. It's Jordi, a guest from Iberia. Thank you and hello. Hello. The more participants than I expected. Even when the Institute of Facility Management held a tribunal to discuss modification to the city unit framework, only 2 departments were involved. The tribunal system exists to solve problems, after all. The only reason to involve more departments is where the problem is too complex for one. But as Sofan Tritium is already AFO, is the return of the Abyssal Hunter really such a big deal? The place that took 2 centuries of debate before implementation, philosophy shook the very foundation of Aegir, and its every progress loop tucks the string of Aegir future. Today, the waterway program is reaching its most critical juncture. Even the smallest thing of the ordinary is worthy of attention. Simply reading a report is not nearly enough to come to an informed decision. Council Clementia needs the counsel of experts in multiple fields. I'm sure that many have come there of their own accord. The return of Tree Hunter is bound to cause unease at such a sensitive time. I'm not really there for the tribunal, but I heard you might make an appearance, so... And we might be. Oh, sorry, I'm Lucilia. I have the honor of meeting your parents once. Rulers and ink. Are you an architect working on the dome system here? Oh, I thought rulers of a city. No, it's a ruler, like to measure. Okay. Just for out of the last year, but I'm still with the Institute of Facility Management. Now I maintain the city unit framework and measure ocean currents. Envy not the sun for what we have giving ourselves, the eternal star and infinite sea. Lucilla, when was I little, the foster parent at the Institute of Incubation took us all the performance here. We created a matrix of tiny optical machine, letting neural activity and change to the brightness of the dots. We rehearsed thoroughly, but the cell phone theatre malfunctioned on the day of the performance, and the whole place went dark except for those little machines. But a couple in the audience worked their magic, and a ribbon of light fell from their dome, as if arm reaching out to invite a little machine to dance. So that the blackout almost felt intentional. Picture the smug look on her face. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I really had something to do with it. When the Institute of Development Planning did its career assessment, I applied for the Dome system with a second thought. It was only then that I learned they were a famous dome designer. Only time I saw them. So they were at the right time and place to inspire you. But you said you transfer out of dome work. Why wouldn't you already formed such a special bond with our big transparent friend above? Lucilla, the terminal is about to start. You want to sit here? Sorry, my colleague is calling me out. Anyway, we'll come home later and I wish you the best of luck. I don't know. I like their uniform, but I'm not sure why I don't feel like it's not a. It feels weird. It feels like I like it, but not really. Know what I mean? It's kind of very similar. Pretty much everyone's here. Hey, where are you going? The hunter. I'll just be watching from the stand. How these words really got to you, haven't they? And as you will, Millennium are successful in making contact with Iberia, and as such, the Waterway program now enter its most critical phase. A shred of light, massive, coral? Oh, coral. Shaped terminal to surround it, forming a giant ethereal ring in the air that dances on the council's verge. More thread weave together to form city and tide, hunter and seaborn, transmuting word to image and giving substance to sound. The crowd quiets down, and at this crucial juncture, we also welcome our survival abyssal hunter Gladia's Caddy and Laurentina. The result of the physical examination in Gladia mission report have been uploaded to the Silpho Theatrum terminal and are available for your perusal. I'm sure many of you have already done so. Considering that regular Circean's terrain, I now call upon Consul Gladia, leader of Gear Onos Excitus, and chief designer of warfare for the Abyssal Hunter, to answer your question. You navigate through several rows of Aegir and sit in one of the back row. With plenty of room around you, you have a clear view of everything happening in the Sulfan Theatrum. The funeral has already begun. The speaker did not raise her voice. Every word is clear in the massive ring-like structure. Gladia stepped forward, drawing everyone's gaze. Suddenly, you hear footsteps so soft they are almost inaudible, like a shadow from the somber dome touching the floor. That sound, or I'll crush your throat. The hunter. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad.
Let's look alive out there.
Oh, give me a sec.
We're fighting you guys. Then please do your best this job, or I'll be really bored. Squad, warm up.
Thanks. Ah, that's actually pretty good.
Wow, looks awfully dangerous. You boom!
Good.
There's always a countdown.
Dang, it's pretty good.
balance your
Ooh.
lives hanging.
Pretty good. Okay.
Vermin.
Did attack restore XP to attack to a nearby friendly. The nearest attack restore. Okay,
My
nice.
weapon chooses its worthy wielder.
Good.
Post. This
I'm not
will be
blocking
the
them, but I'm still inflicting damage.
Roger.
Tastes pretty good, dude.
Poor little guy. It's
A warrior must be ready to face death on the battlefield.
You know my favorite is
mission accomplished.
easy peasy, dude. Castle glad that it's in your opinion that the issue does not lie with the battle itself. Correct. What you see before is a projection of the battle plan. If anyone here notices a flaw I haven't, I expect it to be pointed out. I haven't the objection to the battle plan, or the most suitable one, given what we knew at the time. However, I would like your opinion on what we knew at the time. I admit that Aegir knowledge is a seaborne back that was deeply flawed. As such, what are you trying to say? Still not used to the way they're thinking, are you? Never did like thinking much, even back home. They mean us no ill will. They're simply seeking the truth they need. Identify every flaw and question all perfection. The most heated debate will uncover truth in its full beauty and reveal the right way forward. Just leave it to the swordfish. No one will listen, just take a nap. In conclusion, our greatest error was designing the warfare 5 years ago, was failing to make allowance for flaw in our knowledge. Until every last truth of Terra is revealed, we must admit that our understanding of the seaborne will remain flawed. Our warfare design must reflect this revelation. Your conclusion should be incorporated into our future battle plan. It has been an honor to reflect upon this critical battle and reach a fruitful conclusion with you. That said, the battle 5 years ago is not our only concern. We have more pressing issues to worry about. Physical damnation has revealed mutation that cannot be ignored. The same goes for Sky and Larentina. Not about your loyalty, but we need to know your assimilation by seaborne gene will affect your behavior. Apologies for my candor. Millions will soon assign the location of the remaining nests, and the seaborne will be driven out of the class 4 weapon, putting a waterway. Is there any possibility that the abysmal hunter will become an enemy of Aegir and of yourself? So he's a class 4. Hunter and out of control plus a greater threat to Aegir than the seaborne. The Abysmal Hunter are the flip side of Aegir, create an Aegir more despicable attempt at salvation. They are now both feared and pitied by their creator. Abyssal Hunter Elpanis, I presume. You'll be down here too? Much than I expected, and you know who I am. It seems that it has built a relationship on land with more than just one doctor. I've never seen you in any operation. You're not an Inquisitor nor an Islander. Nothing from Rhode Island brought you to Aegir, but kept your identity a secret. I'm also from Rhode Island. You may introduce yourself however you like. However, the point is that you can help the hunter. Why don't you go to Scotty? It's not our forte. Don't trust the hunter. On the contrary, I do trust them, but I also know them all too well. Could the eye before taking Loretta has been lucid for not been lucid for long. Loretta will eventually be the one to make the decision. I've already shared much of what I know with her. She should be on guard. She knows the potential restriction. But let's decide to return to Aigia. Over eager to return to a familiar environment. Not to the oblivious to the fact that she has placed herself in a spotlight, where all that can and cannot be trusted have the power to scrutinize her. Now is not the best time for the abyssal hunter to come home. The decision is a big gamble. Why did you stick it to the city then? Sound like you care about them after all. And the Night Daughter are not in a good situation. They underwent modification, but unlike me, they're not part of the Abysmal Hunter Project core research. Explaining the change in their body will be difficult for them. I'll pass on some information to you, and I'll need you to help, if necessary, convey my warning to her later. As for the rest, may I say a few things? Let us see here too. I have this pimple. Gladys. It seems just like the old days. You and Opinion used to get into arguments with the research staff while I was napping. Your comment would be much appreciated, advisor. How to be consul? I was technical advisor of the Abysmal Hunter Project. Responsible for the gene splicing research used in the modification progress. In other words, at the exact moment and in this exact place, I am the leading authority on Abysmal Hunter. Gladiator, Laurentine, and Scatty have been fighting on dry land too frequently for too long. It is indeed cause for concern regarding their physical condition. And such a concern are not without reason. My answer is this. No. It will not become seaborn. The hog goes silent. Let us clear his throat. How to explain this in layman terms? Under ordinary circumstances, seaborn gene exhibit abnormal dominance and will irreversibly override any pre-existing trait in their host. My apologies. In Abysmal Hunter, however, we have managed to extract the timeline of this process till it far exceeds the natural lifespan of any given hunter. Furthermore, the Academy of Technology made a critical breakthrough, allowing us to implant an adaptive junction and all the hunter before deployment to educate the firstborn. The auto-advanced junction was implanted at a splice point between human and seaborn DNA to assist the hunter in a more closely monitoring their seaborn genes. If the seaborn genes exhibit abnormal dominance, the junction would signal the body to resist their attempt at taking over. While there has unambiguously been some degree of decay of their auto-adaptive junction after 5 years without maintenance, the change they've undergone remain well within acceptable range. So you see, Lester, that there's a record of fallen auto-adaptive junction surgery in the Abysmal Hunter Lab archive. Those opinions. The archive should not also know that multiple clinical trials have demonstrated that the incident did not produce any adverse effect. So easy one is like the Peter Parker, you know. For this, I gladly take folks' responsibility and will answer any queries. Sorry. Now that the Abysmal Hunter have returned to Aegis, their condition will be under control. Might too infer that you already have the effective means to contain their mutation. There's an Abysmal Hunter lab in the city we can reactivate. I will personally perform maintenance on their auto-adaptive junction. What of Optanus? How can we be sure that the hunter who was refused to return to Aegir will not become seaborn? Or that we fear it hasn't already happened? Sound like you become the target. I'm not sure that they would be skeptical. It is both nature and hard-learned lesson, very of what you cannot control. I'm quite curious about your motivation. Did you really come out to a concept for the hunter? Before the sinking of Solera, I shattered my discovery together. There's more than one entity like Ishar Mla, one is seaborn. Those known as firstborn. The firstborn are stirring it, or rather they were about to awaken. I don't know how many of or how soon, but it's close, too close. This is why the seaborn have begun migrating towards lands. I ventured to Nanny Nest recently, and on the whole, they're feeling a sense of crisis. Perhaps not even the ocean contain enough ration for the awakening of a new god will become a profound silence for the land, another calamity for the sea. The Great Migration almost perfectly coincide with Aegir Waterway program, or one can only speculate about Millennium role in all of this. A bit of sugar. Is that not enough reason for me to come visit the city? I mean, if you think that something is afoot, if you think that they're... So, basically what they're talking about is how they're like science experiment, right? And E was a different one, so he was able to escape. But those three are possible next victims. They wasn't to save them. Seaborn independently, driven by their instincts, by their came for the firstborn, not defy their fundamental nature. In other words, when the death of the firstborn fell to all their evolution, I should not have caused the rapid emergence of new, previously documented traits. I believe I already addressed that in my report. Yes, the multiple firstborn hypothesis. A logical enough explanation, but that is exactly why I'm skeptical of Opianus. Or well-laid plan and then failures, the three surviving hunter washed ashore on familiar land before being reunited within the other who was last to leave the nest. The enchanter Opianus fought. That there are more than one firstborn in the ocean is more than shocking. It's highly effective. Effective is explaining why the seaborne action had become more disruptive despite your success with the mission objective. Effective in addressing all of our question. And what does that make you skeptical? Because if you're an answer so perfect that is either the incontrovertible truth or was designed specifically to put our question to rest. Whether or not to believe the information it gave you will have enormous impact on our welfare design. So basically, if you believe in him, you help him. If you don't, you help them. If Opianus lived, then the most effective way to verify his claim would be to track him down, perhaps even question him directly. Yeah, be quiet, I've observed Blandis. I have anything to add regarding Opianus. You were once student under the same mentor, and it was your trust in him that led you to join the Abyssal Hunter Project despite your reservation. We also trust your knowledge and ethic as an Aegir. You need not recuse yourself. All I can say, madam, is that I can be accountable for every word I say here in this tribunal. I will not intentionally put toward apostate in his favor, nor will I make any conjecture that could hurt him. It is all. Sound like you're pretty close. I guess even a loner has a friend. Does not answer. The question continues. You better say no more. Gently, he looks up towards you. Thought he sensed something. You meet his weary gaze across the length of the Sophentrium. He seemed to have noticed something. The constable next to him and several other Aegir catch a peculiar moment, and some of them follow his gaze. You look to your side. You find the seat empty. Oops, I messed up. What was the choice? Don't mind me. There's a landlubber here to watch. Sorry, am I interrupting? Speak. Oh, that's actually the good choice. The tribunal has arrived, an adequate conclusion. Glad that Kadi Kolancha and the rest of that whole have made tremendous sacrifices contributing to Aegir. It is a blessing that Aegir, as new Aegir, continue to emerge from their knowledge and their experience even after 5 years. They have demonstrated that they are both innocent and safe, and that their return at this stage of the waterway program is not a threat but a reassurance. Yet now our attention turned to another of the surviving hunter, Opianus. He has concealed his movement for some reason unknown, and attempted to influence the other hunter. Both actions clearly contravene his duty. Based on our present information, we are unable to determine his modest goal, or even whether he still qualifies as Aegir. Opianus is like an hybrid, right? When we found his intentions are indeed benign, as Gladia claims, or suspicion must be cleared through proper questioning. Those who question have been answered may now leave. Those who question have not may continue their inquiries. Do you have anything to add, Consul Gladia? Wow. Curl-shaped terminal at the center of the terminal slowly closed when it sank into the ground. It's now flat and empty, like a stage ready for a new play. It has stand alone on it. I have told you all I know. I have no object to the tribunal conclusion, nor the suspicion cast upon Opianus. People begin to file out, turning to nods towards. And as they reach the exit, the remaining audience continue to ask, and Gladia respond to each one, whether she is able to answer or not. The water caustic by the dome weave a picture of light and shadow with the ring of light surrounding the space, dancing on Gladia's expressionless face. With an eyes in A gear, I find it just hard to understand sometimes. The thing words at her like sphere one moment, then thank her for her contribution the next. They're sincere, you know. Science requires people to separate fact from feelings, and they're good at it. I know, I'm just never mind. As for Captain Ulpianus, all they have are suspicions. Swordfish, the doctor, Kelsey, someone will think of a way. Let's we wait for Swordfish, which hopefully will take a long hang into. She used to. Oh shit. This performance to watch plays. That wasn't a mission. Sometimes I went with her. She's fairly well versed in the arts. Her mother influence, I suppose. Fuck, I have to go play some Tokyo Ghoul. And like everyone else, she like the highest furthest seat will always end up having to sit apart from her. Why? For her, keeping distance help filter out the noise, ignoring some of the finer details, make it easier for her to fully immerse herself in the story. Right now though, she's the one at the center stage. She's lost her accustomed sense of distance, becoming the subject of judgment, scrutiny, and discussion. No one in her position can remain unperturbed. I'm sorry to get why I sighed. Why? Because I only know now does it really feel like we're back.
Cherish victory, for it never comes easily.
Good. Whew. So sadly, I have to go because I have a lot of games to play. That's pretty much it. Know that I love you, that it should matter. I'll see you guys
here for you, Doctor.
So thank you so much for watching. Peace.